What's up guys, and welcome to day 54 of the 100 days RunStreak challenge. My name is Jeremy, you're on the Marathon Experience, and today I wanted to make a quick comparison between treadmill, road running and trail running. Let's go. On the day 54, which was actually 3 days earlier as we were on vacation, I'm recording those videos later. And so on the day 54, I actually went to the treadmill we had in the gym in our hotel on vacation for my 10K run. I chose the treadmill option because we had a very busy schedule for this day, and I just wanted to get my 10K run done in the morning, nice and easy, so we can easily go on and do other things. I made a video 2 days ago about the main reason to buy a treadmill and why I think owning a treadmill could be a great advantage and a great benefit for a runner. But I also wanted to give you like an overall feedback in between. I would say what are the three main categories of running. Probably people will argue that there are others or that those categories could also mix. I just want to make a quick comparison in order to give the pros and cons of each different way of doing the run. And I'm going to choose to split it into 3 different ways: trail running, road running, treadmill running. Mainly because I think in those 3 categories you can understand what are the pros and cons fairly easily. I think actually every runner should be using those 3 different categories in order to build up their fitness and become just a better runner overall. Using those 3 different categories could be a great help. To give it a start, I would say that in my personal ranking of what I prefer to do, trail running will definitely be at the top, and then below that it will be road running and then treadmill. My rationale behind that is that treadmill is pretty boring, and although you can, watch TV or listen to some great podcasts while you're doing it, I just don't enjoy it as much as being outside, seeing a little bit of the sun or just, the sky, feeling the wind, all of that. I just enjoy being outside much more. That is also because I personally spend a lot of my time inside. I have a desk job, so I don't get to see the outside so often. So when I go for a run, I do appreciate being outside more than being inside on a treadmill. But as I mentioned in the previous video 2 days ago, there's definitely some great advantages about owning a treadmill. So I would say that in the fight treadmill versus road running and trail running, definitely those trail running and road running wins the fight against boredom, because I think it could be a lot more boring to run on treadmill versus running on the outside. But on the same topic, if you then compare road running to trail running, I would also give the edge to trail running, because when you're on the outside on a trail, you're in the middle of the nature. Trail is always kind of different, like it's not completely flat, you'll have some uphills, downhill, there'll be some uneven terrain. All of that makes the run much more enjoyable, I think. You might see some nice animals, for instance, and it's always fun basically to go on a trail. So for me, if we rank this in terms of enjoyment and what I appreciate to do the most, it would definitely be trail running, road running, and treadmill running. But if you want to compare in terms of progress and fitness, then it becomes kind of impossible to rank them, as those 3 different categories, they all have their own advantages and they all have their own benefit to offer to a runner, and that's what I think we can compare right now. So firstly, if we go trail running is great because it's going to push you to work on your stabilization muscle. The terrain is always going to be uneven. You're going to have to compensate for all of those rocks and holes. You're going to have to go uphill, downhill. Sometimes it's going to be unexpected, so you're not going to be able to pace yourself very well, so you're going to have to compensate for that, and all of this is making you a better runner. On the other side, you have the fully controlled environment, which is the treadmill running, where you control exactly the pace, the terrain is completely flat, or you can even choose the elevation if you want to. Everything is set up. You can set up the different interval, the different paces, the elevation. You can set up everything, so you control entirely, and you focus solely on your legs. All of the rest of the environment is controlled. You're on a perfect temperature, or you can be in freezing hell if you want to, or put a treadmill in your sauna if you really want to train under warm weather. Basically, you control the environment, so you control everything, and you can narrow it down to the specific thing that you want to train. Right in between treadmill running and trail running, you have road running. When you're running on a road, you have pretty much the guarantee that the terrain is going to be pretty much even. It's pretty much flat. I'm not talking about elevation there, I'm just talking about surface. You're gonna have some straight lines most of the time, so you do kind of control the environment like on a treadmill. Not as much as a treadmill, obviously, but you do control it a little bit. So overall, if I make the general comparison, I would say that between treadmill to road to trail. The main advantage from treadmill to trail is that you control more with treadmill that you control with the road. And same thing, you control more with the road that you control with the trail. The more you control, the more you can narrow your exercising on one thing only. But the less you control, the more you have to handle and the more prepared you become to handle all of those different obstacles that could happen in a race, for instance. That's it, guys. That is my input on the differences between trail running, road running and treadmill running. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and go ahead and comment what is the thing you prefer between trail, road or treadmill. Regarding the RunStreak update of the day, I'm still at 79.3 kilograms, which is around 175 pounds. Regarding the run, I choose to run on a treadmill today, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. The run went quite well. I ran my classic 10K just about 59 minutes, so quite an average pace. I didn't really push myself very hard, no elevation or anything. It was literally just about getting those 10K done so I can move on with the other activities that I had planned on those vacations. But overall, it's another 10K in the books. By the way, if you are joining the channel right now, I am in the middle of the 100 days RunStreak challenge where I run a 10K every single day. I also upload a video on YouTube every single day about tips, advice and feedback about this 100 days RunStreak challenge. So if you want to be part of the journey, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you tomorrow.